Hey everybody, it's Kayla. Welcome back to Zyre Yoga. This is your April free class, and we're going to be moving through a flow for balance. And I want you to think about during this flow not nailing the balances, right? So we're going to be taking ourselves into them and like right back out of them. So I don't want you to get kind of caught up in the idea of like finding that perfect stability in the balance. I want you to flow through it almost like you're moving through water. Before we begin, there is a playlist. I put it down in the description, so you can open it up. Don't start it yet. I'll let you know when to start it. And just a reminder of the retreats that I have coming up in May. So next month, if you're looking for a quick getaway, this is 2024, by the way, if you're watching this in the future. These will not apply to you, but there probably will be new ones that will. But May, I'm going with Authentic Yoga, which is this beautiful studio I am in right now, to Sayulita, Mexico, May 14th through 19th. It's going to be a really beautiful, traditional kind of yoga retreat with multiple times of doing yoga through the day and then relaxing and meditation and surfing and eating delicious food. And then with Health Goth Yoga in August, we are going to Bali. We would really love to have you go with us. It's going to be a super adventure. And just like a really cool experience that I think not a lot of people get the opportunity to take. So if you have the time and the funds, we would love to have you come with us. And then in February next year, we are going to Health Goth Yoga still is going to Nicaragua, which is the place where Crystal's family is from. So she's been a ton of times. So if you've ever wanted to go and spend time in Central America and kind of have a sort of local kind of person to show you around, that is going to be the one for you. It's going to be really cool. The place where we're staying is right on the beach, really beautiful. So if those sound interesting to you, you can find all of the details on my website, zyreyoga.com. Yeah, or you can message me on Instagram. We can chat about it. We'll start laying down. I'm hoping for this class to be maybe like 20 minutes. So just getting yourself comfortable. Finding yourself flat on your back, still not starting the music just yet. We'll just start with a couple of long breaths through the nose and out through the mouth. 2 more. And last one, breathing in deeply. And then sealing your lips, start to breathe in and out through your nose. Reminding yourself of any places in your body that need a little bit of extra attention and that you are allowed to change anything you need to so those places feel good as you move through this practice. If you're working with an intention, bring that into your mind now. And then blinking your eyes open, go ahead and hit play on your playlist and we'll just lengthen our legs up and find a full body stretch. So I'll hold here for a couple of breaths in case you needed to come away from your mat to start the music. Seeing if you can find a little bit more length each time that you take an inhale. And then as you exhale, draw your knees into your chest, giving yourself a hug. Just rock around a bit. I like to really draw my knees in tight when I come around towards my chest for that circle to get a little bit of pull on my glutes. And then you can take it the opposite way when you're ready. And then we're going to take the feet flat down on the ground and we're just going to kind of alternate legs. You're going to open your left leg out to the side, take it up to center, and then go to the right. And just keep that going a few times. The feet can be a little bit wide away from each other so they're not like pinching down on one another as you come through center. But just seeing how that feels, hopefully starting to get like a little bit of sensation on your inner thighs as you stretch and also as you pull that leg back in. We could probably all use a little bit more adduction work. We'll just keep that going a few times. And then you can bring yourself through center. Take the knees right above the hips. Arms are going to come into a low V. Press your back down into the ground, and you're going to drop the knees over to the left, hover them off the ground, come through center and over to the right. And then just keep that going. Hopefully starting to feel some heat in the core. If you're not, draw your legs a little bit longer or take the knees further away from the chest. And then the next time that you drop your knees over towards the left, go ahead and relax into your twist. Right arm can reach back behind you. And then slowly coming back through center. Take it over to the other side. And then back through center again. Just start to rock yourself forward and back. And then we'll find our way up, crossing at the ankles, coming onto all fours. Wrists under shoulders, knees under hips. Take yourself through a few cat and cows. Coming through center, bringing the knees close together. Tuck your toes. Just take a moment to bring the toes out towards the outer side of your mat as far as you can, and then back in. So we're internally rotating through those hip joints. We're going to need some hip mobility to move through our practice today. And then go ahead and draw yourself back through center. Send your hips up and back. Downward facing dog. Pedal out through the legs. And then looking forward on your inhale. As you exhale, walk your feet forward. We're going to do one sun salutation just to kind of bring the whole body activated. When it feels good, forward fold. Inhale, roll up, reach, touch the hands. Maybe give the bum a little squeeze. And then exhale, forward fold. Halfway lifting. Exhale, folding, plant your hands, step back. You are always allowed to skip vinyasas, you know that. We'll lower through chaturanga, on your toes or not, up dog or cobra, and then find downward facing dog. When you get there, take a moment, drop to the knees, send your hips back to a child's pose. And then we're gonna get into the flow. We're gonna just do it one time through kind of slow, and then maybe 2 times more at a faster pace, and then we'll come onto our backs. So it's not gonna be a ton of work. And as always, you can skip the chaturangas. There will be, I don't know, maybe 6 of them. So don't do them if you don't like them. Finding your way back to down dog. So right leg's gonna be the one to lift up first. Bend your knee, open your hip for a moment. And then we're gonna step our right foot up, coming into a runner's lunge. Looking forward. Left foot's gonna step towards the top of the mat. And then you're gonna draw the left knee up into your chest. Kicking the foot forward, swing the leg around, and come into your warrior two. Sink back onto your back leg, straightening out the front. And then thinking about your left hand, it's gonna punch up, and you're gonna twist into an exalted lunge. Back knee's gonna come all the way back around, cross the ankle, across the opposite thigh. Inhale to draw yourself really big and open. Exhale the hands down, step back, chaturanga. So if you were like, what in the world? That was not slow. We'll do the other side and then twice more on each side. So you'll find it. You can always kind of like rewind and repeat if you want to. So left leg's gonna lift up, bend the knee, open the hip for a moment, and then step your foot forward. So you're finding that runner's lunge. Right foot's gonna come towards the top of the mat, and then you'll draw the knee up into the chest. Kick the leg out, swing it around, warrior two. And then you're gonna bend into your back leg, straightening out the front, toes up. Think about your right hand. It's gonna punch forward, exalted lunge. And then bring the back foot around and then ankle across the thigh. And then you'll open up really big into like an arabesque and then bring the foot down, chaturanga. 2 more times, moving through each side. Right leg lifting, bend the knee, open the hip, step the foot forward. Left foot's gonna come forward. You can tap it down or bring it straight up into the chest. Kick the foot out. Swing it around, warrior two. Bend into your back leg. Punch your left arm forward. And then swing the left leg around again. Ankle across the thigh. Open into a big arabesque. And then hands down, step back to a vinyasa. You can do it with one leg if you want. Meeting in down dog. Left leg lifting. Stepping it forward. Back foot will come up. Bringing the knee into the chest, kick the foot out, swing it around, warrior two, bending in. Think about your right hand as you punch it forward, and then swing the back leg around, ankle across the thigh. Inhale, bring yourself big into an arabesque, and then bring the toes down, so maybe this foot floats through your chaturanga. One more time each side. Hopefully you're breathing heavy too. Right leg lifting, bend the knee, open the hip. Step the foot forward. Back foot can tap, or you can draw it straight to your chest. Kick the foot out, swing it around, warrior two. Sway back, punch your right arm forward. Sorry, it's your left arm. And then kick the leg around. Figure four, arabesque. Tap it down. Chaturanga. Up dog or cobra. Down dog. Last time, left leg. Stepping the foot. Oh, well, we missed the opening. That's okay. Stepping the foot forward. Back knee will come up. I really messed myself up there. Spiral the leg around. Warrior two. Lean back. Punch the arm. Bring the back leg around. Sink in. Arabesque, nice and big. And then hands down. Step back. Chaturanga. And we'll all meet in a child's pose. Whew. Breathing deep. So like I said, you can kind of like rewind, do that a few more times if you felt really good about it. Otherwise, maybe sitting back onto your heels. You can stay in child's pose. I feel like I can't breathe there sometimes, so I'm gonna sit on my heels instead. Maybe it feels good if you're on your heels, just to bring your hands back behind you. Whew. And then when it feels good, go ahead and bring yourself over to seated. Maybe crawling towards the front of your mat like I am. Left leg's gonna go long, right foot's gonna be flat, holding here. Just like we did on the ground, just open and close that knee a few times, and you might be able to bring the knee across towards the opposite side of the mat. When you come up, and then the next time you have the leg open, fold over towards your straight leg. See if you can create some length. Taking a moment here, while you're folded forward, take your tailbone and your sitting bone, scoot it back, or the glute at least. Maybe you can find a little bit more depth. As you inhale, drawing yourself back up, bringing your right knee flat, give that knee a hug, and we're gonna float the left leg up, and then tip back like you're coming into a boat. Hands can come to your heart, you can reach them up over your head, holding, draw the belly in, and maybe your right foot can float off the ground as well, but keep that leg bent. Notice if you're turning your toes in on your left leg, try to point them straight up. And then we'll go ahead and bring that leg down, give it a shake. And we'll switch to the other side. So right leg will come long and lean back, left leg bent, Open the knee out and then close it across. And just keep that going a few times. Seeing how it feels. This side might be a different experience than the last. And then the next time you have that left leg open, bring the foot to the inside of the right thigh, find your forward fold. And just like on the other side, just grabbing the flesh, kind of scoot that sitting bone back a little bit more. You might find that that gives a little bit deeper of a bend forward, or maybe just a little bit more of a tug on your hamstring. And then as you're ready for it, drawing yourself back up, same as before, you're gonna take your left knee up, holding onto it, float the right leg off the ground and start to lean back, and then hands can come to the heart or over your head. Draw the belly in, and maybe your left foot floats. Noticing if this side feels different, try to keep your right toes pointing straight up so that it's the front of the hip flexor and quad that are pulling you up and not the side of the thigh. Maybe you can lean back a little bit more. We'll hold for 3 more breaths. Try to fill up, squeezing on your exhales. And then you can release, give that leg a shake. Both feet flat, fingertips forward, opening up through the chest. You can come to a reverse tabletop if you want. And then we'll scoot the hips forward, roll on down to your back. Take the knees wide, and then draw circles all the way around. Go the opposite way when you're ready. And then left leg long, right leg in. Giving that knee a big squeeze. And then you can draw it across your body. Finding your twist. Coming back through center, both knees into the chest. And then extend out through the right leg. Give that left knee a squeeze. And then take the leg across. Finding your twist. And then slowly drawing yourself back through center. Both knees into the chest one last time. And then letting your feet drop down, maybe taking the knees in towards each other, or you can lengthen the legs out if that's what you prefer for your Shavasana. I'm only going to stay here for about 10 rounds of breath, but if you want to stay longer, you are welcome to just ignore me and stay for the rest of however long you want your Shavasana to be. But start with 3 inhales through the nose and out through the mouth. One more time. And then just soften in, releasing control of your breath. And just allow yourself to exist here in Shavasana for a little while longer. So if you're ready for it, just start to bring some movement back. Again, you're welcome to do whatever you want. You're at home. And then just slowly drawing yourself up to any seat. Just taking a moment to lengthen your arms up, give yourself a little shake. And then one hand on top of the other. Take a moment to remind yourself that you are enough. You're worthy of everything you want in this life. And I want you to go out and give them hell. I appreciate you so much for coming and joining me. Please comment and let me know that you were here. And I will see you hopefully soon. Thanks again. Bye.